Hello and welcome to Life Under Lockdown. In the midst of all this crisis in regards to the coronavirus and the response from the public, some areas and some sections of the public have been perhaps forgotten, and one of those are our disabled brothers and sisters. The perfect person to talk to about this is Lorraine Cunningham, who runs the Motherwell SPRED group, which helps and gives great important respite to many of the people in that community who suffer from these issues and need maybe a bit extra help. So I'm delighted to welcome to Lorraine today to chat to us. Hi, Lorraine.
Thanks, John. It's great to be here.
So obviously your whole SPRED workshops and events have been curtailed by this. What's been happening there?
Oh, it's been hard, John. I mean, we had to shut down very quickly, the same as half the country. We just had to say one day, no more meetings, and that was it. The centre was closed. So it's been really hard because our learning disabled people, they get into habits and they've got procedures and they've got routines. And I know they're struggling, not just with SPRED, but they're struggling with other aspects. But to me, SPRED is vitally important because that's your spiritual input, really. For a lot of them, that's all they get spiritually, you know, because a lot of them don't go to church and things. So I think, what can I do, you know? So a couple of weeks ago, I made up a CD of all the SPRED hymns that we use at Familia to us, and I sent a copy out. All our disabled friends have got a dedicated person that works with them, so I sent a copy of that and a card out to the person that works with the disabled people, and they put their own wee personal message on it and posted it out to our friends. So that was really successful, and they thought that was great. So they can kind of still relate to SPRED by listening to the CD, and I've had great feedback from that, you know. So then I thought, okay, I've started something, I need to keep going, you know, I need to keep everybody connected. Now it's easy enough for our volunteers or catechists because they're all on Facebook and they're all on, we've got a WhatsApp chat and all that, and it's fine, and most of them are. And it's dead easy to keep in touch. It's more difficult, you know, to keep in touch with our friends. We keep in touch individually. Catechists will keep in touch with their own individual friends, but that doesn't help the groups to stay together, you know. So I come up with the idea then of, that's why I'm in the office today, putting together a short video and just a wee walkthrough of the centre to show everything what we would normally be doing, you know, would normally be with our activities just now, and now we'd be in the celebration room and we'd be thanking God for what we have, and just a short video, and which I will put on Facebook. But I'm hoping if I can work it out with my IT expert sitting out there, because I'm an IT dinosaur, maybe even to put it on a DVD that I could post out to our friends, and then, you know, they could watch that. And with that DVD, I will put a wee note out to parents and carers saying, look, I know a lot of our friends, they don't have social media, because I don't mean they can't be trusted with it, but they could end up clicking into things that wouldn't be appropriate, and their parents and carers don't want them to have any social media, which I completely understand. But under supervision, in future, if I put anything on Facebook, you know, I could put a wee note somewhere and say, you're going to show them, you know, and just sit with them and let them see, you know, what's going on. I'm hoping to do that, you know, whether it will work or no, John, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the kind of variants of people who come to SPRED are different. Also, there's some people with learning disabilities, there's some people with autism as well, which...
That's right.
You know, I saw a very moving clip actually on STV that, I don't know if you saw it yourself the other night, with an autistic boy who was sticking to the letter of the law with regards to the lockdown. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm. I didn't, but I can understand why.
So what happened was, basically, essentially, that just give a kind of brief overview of that. He would not let his carers come in because he was insisting it was the same household, and it was causing him significant distress. And it actually took Nicola Sturgeon to send her a personal message to the boy and to allow the carers in, and it worked out in the end. But it just kind of underlines the fact that people with, you know, these issues in their lives are probably going to be very, very, very badly affected by this whole scenario, you know.
They are, and very vulnerable as well. And the mental anguish, because a lot of them don't understand, why can't we go out anymore, you know? Why can't I go and hug you? I mean, a lot of the people that come to our centre, we're very tactile, you know, and you'll say hello with a hug or a handshake, and, you know, console with a pat on the shoulder or whatever, very tactile. That's just gone in an instant for all these people, you know. And I mean, it's hard enough for me, you know, because I like a good hug, but there's people that don't understand why they can't do that anymore, you know. It's heartbreaking. And even when they come back to SPRED, social distancing, how's that going to work? You've seen our centre, John, you know, it's a big room, but to get 12 people in this room, 12, 14 people in here, keeping their distance, keeping an eye on what activities they're using so that they're not going from one to the other without being cleaned first. It's going to be horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing about SPRED's the wee tactile items. I'll show a wee clip of that over this interview to see, to demonstrate what it's like. It's just thinking, how are you going to get through that with this, restrictions in place for the next, how many, is it next year? Is it 2 years? We don't know. It's a kind of strange thing.
No. It'll need to happen sooner than 2 years, John. I'm looking. I was hoping for September. Maybe not. No, I can't see it. But into next year, I'm hoping we could have a great big mass with everybody together. Obviously with restrictions, but restrictions would be by then still, I don't know, and then get back to normal. So I would need to sit down with my group leaders and work it out. One thing that I've thought about, we still need to social distance strictly after that point. The way our meetings work, it's a fortnightly cycle, so 1 week the catechists get together and prepare for the following weeks. It's very structured. It's not a youth club, it's a very structured process. And we'll get together, arrange a meeting, and then the next week our friends will come in and we'll have our meeting. What I'd kind of considered, maybe hopefully the short term, having half our catechists and half our friends coming in 1 week, and then the other half coming in the next. And then whatever preparation we need to do for the meetings, we could do like this. We could do it in Zoom, for example, and go through and arrange the meeting. So our friends are still getting spread every fortnight, but in a smaller group, so that we can isolate.
I think it is really important that we do find a way to work through it, because obviously it's not just for the friends that go there, but even their carers, they sometimes need the respite as well for that hour and a half gives them.
That's it. That's it. And the parents, particularly the parents, because they're there a lot with their charges, their fitness. They enjoy just having that hour and a half, and they know they're safe, and they also love the fact that they're getting this spiritual input, which they don't get. A lot of our friends do go to Mass, don't get me wrong, and they go to Mass and they appear to enjoy it, but a lot of them, they won't understand because they haven't got the attention span, maybe to listen to a gospel and understand what's been said, or to listen to a homily, That's how it's SPRED Mass. We don't have homilies, we just have a message, based on the gospel. Jesus says to you today, I am here with you, You can say that in 10 minutes, or you can say it in a few words, and we would say it in a few words, that it's understandable then, So.
No, definitely. I'm glad you come on, because, I've been thinking about sort of basically this series called Life Under Lockdown, is to look at the impact of this, not just lockdown, but beyond it as well, across the entire board of the Catholic world. And a very, very vital part is, I think, the work you're doing. We've supported it before, and we'll continue to support it because it's really good, and we've been there and seen it. It's wonderful.
Yeah. I appreciate that, John. Thanks very much. I know you're very supportive. I'm glad of the support, so because the more people that get to know about SPRED, because after this, a lot of catechists might decide, I've not had SPRED for a long time, I'll just let it go. I hope not. I know my catechists well, I'm quite sure they won't, but a lot of them are older as well, so the length of time this is taking, other health aspects could kick in, so we could end up short. And at the moment we are quite short. We could be doing another 3 or 4 friends anyway. So if any of them decide, if somebody jumps in front of me and says, well, I've got a great youth club you can go to on a Tuesday, and they decide to do that instead to come back to SPRED, So I need to keep the word out there.
Well, if anyone's watching this, and these interviews do have a generally high, no one's getting anything else to do but sit and watch me.
Well,
I mean, I don't know how to take that, but I think if anyone's watching, I know, but I think if anyone's watching, and they will do, and someone, or maybe yourself, thinks that SPRED is something that you could do after this lockdown ends and after this restrictions end, then definitely get in touch with Lorraine and the SPRED Motherwell page and your local SPRED group if you're not from Motherwell Diocese, because it's really, really a good thing to do. And we're all sitting at home just now reflecting on how we can make the world a better place after this new world, in a sense, that's going to be upon us. So why not do it with SPRED and do a really, really good work for your faith and for other people?
Exactly. You would love it. You would absolutely love it.
Well, thanks, Lorraine. I'm glad to see you're keeping well, and I hope the office is in spick-span shape over there yourself.
It's not bad. I had a wee tidy up before I come on.
Well, you take care.
Stay safe yourself, John.
You take care. It's good to see you again, Lorraine.
You too. Stay safe. Bye, John.